Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fridays on 42nd Street. I'm Katy Merriman, Artistic Director at the Playhouse, and I'm wearing the same outfit I wore last week. Leanne said no one would notice, but I think the people will. Here's some other things to talk about, though. It's New York City week, which means we have taken a group of people to the Big Apple, and we gather the group. Leanne builds this fantastic tour experience for everyone. You get to go see shows, you get to choose some, we recommend some, but you get to go spend a hunk of time in New York City, and some Playhouse staff go with you, and it's a really fun trip. So every time I bring it up, I feel like there's someone new who was like, I didn't know you did that. So thought I would mention it really quick. They've been there since Tuesday this week. They've seen Kimberly Akimbo. Some people have seen.
They saw Camelot.
Oh yeah, the whole group went to Camelot,
Some like it hot.
and Some Like It Hot, and other people have chosen all kinds of stuff. So I'm putting it out to you. If you were going in the fall, what would you go see? Merrily We Roll Along, perhaps? Would you see All My Titles Are Gone? Keep yelling them, Leanne. Would you see Shucked? Very curious about that. Would you see Back to the Future? What would you see in the fall? Let us know. Also, Little Shop auditions have been posted. So if you have been holding out all season for those auditions and waiting to come show us what you got for Little Shop, those are happening May 22nd, and you can sign up now online at dmplayhouse.com/audition. It'll take you to the casting manager page. If you get into the process and are like, wow, my brain's exploding, casting manager, just show up on Monday at 6 o'clock. Well, come at like 5:45 if you're just showing up on the 22nd, and we'll get you in there, and we'll see your audition, so don't worry about that. We've also begun Native Gardens rehearsals. That's being co-directed by Lorenzo Sandoval and myself, and we have a lovely group. It's a smaller cast, which is kind of a change in the pace and the feel from Kinky Boots, for instance. No less exciting, though. We are making all kinds of great discoveries in rehearsals, and we're just at the very beginning stages of it, but I'm already just really very excited for people to come see it, to see some new faces of the Playhouse, to see some returning faces to the Playhouse stage. And that show runs June 2nd through 18th, so you have a good month to get your tickets still. Speaking of tickets, we're still running How I Became a Pirate. I always have to stop myself and make sure I don't say Pirates of the Caribbean. We're still running How I Became a Pirate this weekend and next weekend. So tonight, Friday, you can come to a 7 o'clock show, or if you want to bring little ones on Saturdays and Sundays, you can come to 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock shows. You can always stay after and get some pirate autographs on your special playbills for kids. It's about an hour and 15, an hour and a half total experience, so it's a really lovely thing to do with kids on an afternoon, and you can still get tickets for that show this weekend and next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's really fun and really funny and a very adventurous time. I highly encourage anyone who wants to dress like a pirate and come to the show to do so. We've had both adults and youth do that so far in the run of How I Became a Pirate. That's what's going on at the Playhouse this week, which is a lot of things. Also gearing up for what the end of summer and fall and winter are going to feel like here. It's going to be very different. There's going to be a door over here at some point about 6 or 8 months from now that will lead to a new place that's not even built yet. It's going to be crazy. And you almost have to have a PhD to figure out who's going to rehearse in what space when, but it's doable. The Penguin Project started a meeting this week and is going to be joining us again this fall and rehearsing over the summer. So they're in there too. I really don't think we're going to have to sacrifice programming this fall, even though we're working through construction. And as wild as it will probably feel, I think our last construction project and the pandemic, for instance, are all things that have prepared us for the coming season. And it almost doesn't, it almost feels like, well, okay, now we're going to do the next thing. And like, we're going to do it really well. So those are, I get questions about that project a lot. And another big question I get about that is, when will the Kate Goldman be done? If you've ever been involved in a construction project, you might know that it's very hard to say that. It will be done when it is done. And right now we're hoping around January of 2024. So that's our best guess and our best hope. And we'll roll with whatever happens. But in less than one season, we will have a new space, and I think that's what's really exciting and cool. That is all I have for you this week. Tomorrow is classes and the show, How I Became a Pirate. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.